Going live. You're live. You're live. You're live. Okay. All right. Draping on the cowl back. Draping it. Okay. All right. So. All right. Center back. Placement for where I want the cowl to go. All righty. Placing it on the shoulders. Place the cowl on the shoulders. Shoulders, cowl. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Okay, is this camera working? Okay. All right. I need some music in my life. But YouTube would flag my video, so I am just gonna sing my own song. Okay, so it's placed at the princess seam. Nice. Got a good drape over here. Okay. Definitely want to center this. Okay, that's a good level. Okay, next, pin at the shoulders. Okay, these are some nice juicy drapes. Love this. Okay, Obi Kitty. OBKB. This is looking good. Okay. So first step, drape over the shoulders, pin at the shoulder seam. Definitely check to see if the cowl is aligned with the back. By the way, if anybody's watching right now, just keep in mind that this is actually me just preparing for what am I preparing for? See, this is what happens when it's late at night and I'm trying to do this stuff. I get tired. Okay, yeah, so I'm preparing for the drape back. And I'm gonna just do a tutorial because uh, I tried to do the live today and it wasn't working. So, but if you do come on and you're watching the live, the first thing I did was I folded this on the bias and then I draped it on the back of the form. And now I place it on the form and I pinned it at the shoulders so that everything can stay in place. But right now, though, this pin is temporary. And that's one thing with draping too. Like pinning is definitely temporary. Sometimes you might switch things around. So nothing really is set in stone until you're pretty much done. Okay. With that being said, I am going to go back to draping for the tutorial I am currently recording. And let me check this video right here. Okay. It's looking good. Okay, so next, after pinning it on the shoulder, another thing too I was checking for was to ensure that there's enough fabric to go over the hip, because this whole piece, I'm gonna drape the back with the full muslin piece. So, and I want enough to go over the hips. All right, let's do the side seam. Just gonna pin it temporarily. I'm not going to start cutting anything yet because simply I have not determined where I want to cut as of yet. So turn it sideways, temporarily pinning at the side seams. And let's do the other side. So now there's excess at the side seams. I'm going to take off these temporary pins and then smooth out the excess. And it's bubbling over here. That's okay, because all of that's going to go away once I start snipping into the fabric. But right now, let's just set everything in place and then I'll start cutting away the excess. And let's do it to the other side. See all this bubbly excess fabric right here? We need to smooth it into the side seam. So temporarily remove this. And smooth out the excess. Then I'll put the pins again. I'll go back and clean up. I'll add more pins once I have everything set up the way I want it to be. Right now, though, I'm just shaping the muslin onto the dress form. Okay. And there's a little bit more excess I want to scoop out. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. Cowl back. Okay, let's clean up the side a little bit more. And pretty much all I'm doing is any excess fabric that I don't want in this area, I'm smoothing it out to the side seam. That's it. So these are all still temporary pins that I have on the side seams. Like I said before, all of this is going to get released once I start cutting into the fabric. But one of the reasons why I haven't started cutting yet is because once you cut, it's done. That's it. You can't add the fabric back. So I want to make sure everything is shaped in the way I want it first before I start cutting. Push this one out a little bit too far. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna now start cutting into it to release all of this bubbly thing that's happening over here. That's because that is happening because I have not yet cut into the fabric to release the muslin. So let me start doing that now. Okay, so far, let's review. So I pinned the shoulders and I shaped it on a dress form. I shaped the muslin, which is actually placed on the bias, onto the dress form. And I shaped out as much of the fabric that I needed to get out by smoothing out the excess to the side seams. right? Woven fabric works differently than a jersey fabric. If I had a jersey fabric, this wouldn't be happening, right? Because either to shape it, you need to put a seam or a dart, and I'm not doing that because I want this to be a seamless shape. Now, with a jersey fabric, like especially a four-way knit, you can definitely do this without having to worry too much of excess fabric being over here. But that's all right. We're going to work all of this into the drape. Now I'm going to start cutting. And when I cut, first of all, definitely make sure where the side seam is. And I like to feel for it because sometimes when you put the pin, the muslin will shift and it will make it look like the side seam is like right here when actually it's like right here. So I'm going to smooth it out again and repin this area because I'm ready to start cutting. So I'm going to pin it so it's more secure.